Hello and welcome back to Guides.Global. My name is John Howell, and with me today I have Başak Yıldız Orkun, who is a lawyer based in Turkey. Başak, thank you for coming.
Hi, John.
Now, in this video, we're going to talk about drinking and driving, two things that you shouldn't be doing at the same time in Turkey any more than in any other country.
I believe so, because we took it very serious.
There was a time, wasn't there, 5 or 10 years ago, when lots and lots of Turkish people drank lots and drove badly.
Yeah.
And as a result of that, the police now have a very heavy system of checkpoints and controls, really with a view to putting people off doing that.
Correct, yeah.
And from my experience on the roads here, it seems to have worked. There are many fewer drunk drivers today than there were 10 years ago.
Yeah, because the outcomes of drunk is becoming more serious now. So
yes, it used to be a bit of a joke, and now now
it was just a material fee.
Yeah,
now you can end up in prison.
Yes. So let's just look at what happens. First of all, what is the limit? What is the legal limit for drinking and driving in Turkey?
It calls like a 50 promiles in your blood.
Yes.
Then that's going to be the maximum.
So that's 50 milligrams per 100 millilitres on the blood test. That's similar to many countries in Europe, although a lot are now introducing lower levels. Mm-hmm. And if you are driving a motor vehicle and you're stopped by the police who think you have been drinking more than you should have done, what will happen to you?
What they would do is if they have the device, they can ask for a breath test.
Yes.
If you give the breath test and if it's more than 50 promiles, you can still demand for a blood test. And then they will send you to the nearest a state hospital and get your blood test. It has to be fairly quick, considering the time involved. And then the police will be also involved at that time. If it's more than 50 milligrams, the promiles, then basically you will be your driving license will be kept.
Okay, let's just pause there for a moment. So the first thing is you get stopped by the police. If they think you've been drinking, if they've got one, they give you a breath test.
Yes.
And if they haven't, they take you away to the nearest state hospital where they give you a blood test.
Yeah.
And the way it works here is that they have a system which equates breath levels to blood levels. So we still talk about 50 milligrams per 100 millilitres, which is the blood level, but that's adjusted on the breath test.
I believe so. I mean, if you are objecting the breath test as a citizen, you still have the right to go to the state hospital and give your blood.
Yes. Okay, if you pass the breath test, no problem.
No problem.
But if you fail or you fail the blood test, then bad things start to happen.
Yeah, now then you have to go to visit the police station, you have to give a statement, and if necessary, they might keep you in the station for a night if they think that it is very dangerous to drive, or they will just leave you to home, drive you to home. And afterwards, the prosecution procedure will start, and also they will seize your license for a while.
Now let's just pause about the seizing of the license first of all. So they will take your license, and you will then be prevented from driving in Turkey until the case is finished. It's not until the case is finished, but it's for a certain period of time. For the first time, it is 6 months, and it's not only the license, your vehicle also be banned. And if you got caught second time, then the period will be 1 year. So it is gradually extending. And of course, if you went to court on a trial and you were found not guilty, then that would be cancelled. But fundamentally, if you're caught the first time, you lose your right to drive for 6 months, and your car can be taken off the road for 6 months.
If it's your own car, it could also be banned from the traffic.
Yes, and if you are caught for a second time and a third time and a fourth time, the period of the ban goes up and up and up.
Yeah, and also the prison sentence, going up.
So that's the losing of the right to drive, and then the sentence for the offence can be a term of imprisonment.
Yeah.
Yes. if it's your first offence, I don't think you're likely to go to prison.
No, they usually either suspend your prison time. I mean, for 5 years. If you do the same a crime, then you will be the previous sentence will also be applied. Yes. So for the first time, we wouldn't expect that, but it could be converted to administrative a penalty, and also you might end up doing some public work, free yes. volunteer public work.
Now, that is probably all very doable if you are a person who's resident in Turkey, a foreigner mm-hmm. resident in Turkey. But if you've just come on 2 weeks vacation to Bodrum and you are caught drinking and driving, then it has to be slightly different because they don't have the power to take your driving license, I believe.
In that case, I think they still have if it is a criminal offence, obviously yes. you can be judged in Turkey, but in that case that there might be some consulate involved about the process. I don't think that, of course, seizing a international license is not going to be applicable, but you can still be facing with a criminal offence.
Yes, and so the reality is that whatever you've done in Turkey, it's not likely to be notified back to the authorities in your own country. Mm. Okay, so that's drinking and driving very quickly. Mm-hmm. If you have an accident and you have been drinking before you've had the accident and you are over the limit, then the penalties for the accident are also going to be much more serious, aren't they?
Exactly, and there are many downsides of having an accident with an alcohol.
Yes.
The criminal offense will be, of course, against you. You will be in failure. Even you are right on terms of traffic rules, but because you are drunk, so you will be in failure. And in case of applying to the insurance company, they will reject to pay you off for your damage.
Yes. So again, quite a lot of serious consequences mm-hmm. there. We'll be dealing with that in more detail in our video about road accidents, but I just thought I'd flag it up here as well. Başak, thank you very much, as ever.
Thank you, John.
We hope you enjoyed that, found it useful. If you did, please like us or follow this channel, and whether you do that or not, we'll see you again soon. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you.